Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Spy Podcast. Relax. You're safe. The Super Spy is here.
And this is his mind drive. That's right, you're not dreaming. The Super Spy is back. I've updated a few things and I took some time off for some self-care. And I know you guys understand that I really like that. Matter of fact, if you notice, I did not start off with, hey, rock stars, because I actually had plenty of people complaining that I was using rock stars and the people I'm talking to have nothing to do with music. And I said, how do you know? How do you know that the entire, 70s rock genre singers and bass players and guitarists, drummers and other, trumpet players, how do you know they're not listening? And they were kind of rude, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay. I don't care. I hate people anyway. Just kidding. But I am back. And I'm fired up. I'm going to try a new format going forward. And I've already talked to three people who are going to go ahead and do a live podcast with me. And we'll be talking about music. But right now, I don't know how many of you this year, this is my first podcast of the year. That's how messed up the start of 24 has been for me. And I just got out of bed with influenza B, okay? It's no joke. This is crazy. I just call it the flu. And that's what it was. It was the flu, and it was horrible. But as in everything that I do, I was able to observe a few things. And I've got to ask you, have you ever choked on sleep drool? Oh my gosh, it's downright frightening. You're lying there, you don't know what's going on because you are asleep, and all of a sudden, you're choking, and at first you don't know that you've been drooling, and I'm looking around to see if my wife is like pouring something down my mouth, but she was so sweet and taking care of me. She slept on the other side of the house. So even though, I was sitting there panicking and stuff, and I could have died, I was choking on drool. But here's the deal. We all do it. Every one of us drools in our sleep. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how proper you are. And you may not want to admit it. But everyone drools. Did you think that wet spot on your pillow is from the night sweats? No. Well, it could be if you ate a lot of meat. I get meat sweats just looking at meat at the butcher's shop. But, no, my friend, that wet spot on your pillow means you are a slobberer. And that wet spot that's on the back of your shirt, now that's from night sweats. I could attest to that, especially again after a huge meat feast. And I've really got to cut back on that. But anyway, nothing sweats you up more than eating excessive quantities of meat. But I can't help it. I got a great barbecue place nearby. I used to do my own smoking, not cigarettes, meats and stuff. But now it's like, dude, these are award-winning roasters, and I don't know what to call them, meat people. So that's what I use. But hey, back to my frightening night. I was awakened not by the moisture of the drooling, nay. I have grown, I kind of grown accustomed to that by now. Instead, I am grotesquely pulled from my sleep by that sickening, and I want you to pay attention while you're sleeping tonight, because it's a sickening end of life gasp for air that accompanies the drooling event, because my head wasn't turned to the side. For some reason, my head was looking straight up, and the drool just decided to, take over and do whatever the heck it wanted to do. And it's like, seriously, it's that dramatic. And it's a combination between drooling and choking. And so your body starts to convulse because it's trying to retrieve the spittle that is traveling not just down your chin, but now down through your windpipe, because the old saying, oh, it went down the wrong pipe. Well, that's it, man. That's what it was doing. And my body was just trying to fight it. And here it is during my slumber. Now, I've fought people, from a deep sleep, waking up and someone was like trying to hit me, and I subconsciously, beat his, I won. But you subconsciously feel this body fluid escaping your mouth. And your brain is trying to stop you from, one, embarrassing yourself, but two, from dying. And trust me, your brain, whether you like it or not, is firing off 24/7, trying to keep you from looking stupid. And that's why many of you are exhausted after a night of sleep, because your brain has to work overtime. And I'm telling you, man, some of your dreams, and think about it, I want you to take an honest look right now, because some of your dreams you're screwing up bad in them. And here it is, your brain is trying to adjust that to make it a happy ending. Unless you're, taking some kind of weird sedative or something. But yeah, that brain is completely working 24/7. But here I am, because my brain loves me. And I was dramatically awakened by my brain's response to the drool. And like I said, you hear this slurping, this gasping, this rescue, this rescue breath. And, you're rudely awaking. You've got that near-death panic breath, kind of like that same breathing that you hear that guy at the all-you-could-eat buffet, and he's sitting next to you, and he's working up a sweat just eating the 14 pieces of chicken breast that he's got on his, teetering on his plate. I'm telling you, this is real, baby. Let me tell you. Now, that's not how I want to go. If you know what I mean. If I unalive myself in my sleep, it better be from a head injury sustained whilst my body is acting out part of my dream, or maybe I'm jumping out of a fast-moving train to rescue Paula Abdul from kidnappers or something. I want to die heroically, not by drowning in my own saliva. And while I'm talking about, wanting to die heroically, a quick shout out to my therapist. Lord knows she's got her hands full with me. I would tell her, hey, well, you should get paid double time, but, one for each of my personalities. But anyway, I've been a troubled person since birth, The story is, now I was there, but I just don't remember it. While in the delivery room, yours truly decided to play peekaboo with the doctors. And that's why I was born June 10th, 11th, and 12th. Matter of fact, you could thank me, because my stubborn butt would not come out. And that weekend, they invented forceps. See, people don't realize how much I've done for modern man. I am the reason that they have forceps, Matter of fact, I'm the reason doctors spank babies at delivery. Matter of fact, I go in for my annual physical, and my doctor still smacks me. But I'm better. I'm living a much better life, and I'm enjoying it. And I want you guys to understand, I wanted to do this 2 months ago. But man, life happens. life just happens, and sometimes you have no control over it. Now, we think we can control it. Just like people who say that they could multitask and stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. That's not true. The studies that have come out say that people truly cannot give 100% to their tasks if they're trying to do two at the same time. You know, if you're trying to type an email and carry on a conversation with one of your coworkers and you're calling him a fat-lipped liar, trust me, you better recheck your email, because when you hit send and your boss comes over and says, "Why did you call me a fat-lipped liar?" Then you know that you cannot multitask. You cannot do two things at once. And Lord, help the people that are like, "Oh, I could do all of this at one time." Now, it's different for chefs, okay? A chef or a good home cook, man, we could do a bunch of stuff at the same time. And speaking about food, since that is one of my favorite topics, I want you to know that the future for the podcast is going to continue to bring you my thoughts and thoughts from friends of mine that are on the East Coast, who I talk to at least, well, right now I'm talking to them once, maybe twice a week, because, you know, this country's going through some serious, I don't know if I should call it growing pains or just pains. No, you know what? America, what you feel, we are having a kidney stone. That's how painful this is lately. And I don't care what party you're in. I don't care who you voted for. I really, truly don't, because that's supposed to be all secret anyway, even though they know somehow who you voted for. Think about that, people. Anyway, it doesn't matter who you voted for. Our politicians have lost the focus that we are the employer. They work for us. And we just had a politician on TV. They have him on video telling some kind of I think it was a union worker or something. He says, "Hey, pal, I don't work for you." And I'm thinking, oh, he's got that stuff backwards. But they all do, okay? They all do. They forget that we voted them in. So here it is. And I've said this before. I could fix America in one executive order. One executive order, and I could fix America. And that executive order would be this. Every government employee, hear me out now, because, you know, the government employees, there are just too many of them. We've got departments that don't need departments, but that have 3 departments under that department. Anyway, every one of them should be on the same pay scale and the same benefits packages as the United States military. You want to be a congressman, a senator, a secretary of state, it doesn't matter what the heck you want to be. If you want to be in politics, if you want to be in the government working, then you're going to be paid like those who are out there busting their ass protecting our nation. That's right, I said it. Can you imagine how many of them fake politicians would leave automatically? We would save tons of money, because most of them wouldn't run anymore, and we wouldn't have to put up with their crap anymore. And then we wouldn't have to watch all these lying commercials. Holy crap. And we wouldn't get those emails saying, "Please send money." Shut up. Send me money, boo. I got to pay my taxes still. But this is how I'm going to be rolling this year. I'm going to be coming up with some brilliant observations, because, well, I can't think of any of my observations that haven't been brilliant. And I'm going to come up with, a little tidbit on what's going on in the world. I am making sure that the things that I am discussing with, I almost said comrades. Oh, they're going to investigate me now. Honey, lock the doors. They're going to knock them down anyway. But here's the deal. I want you to know that as I get information that I could share with you guys, I'm going to let you know, because damn it, we are in a very dangerous situation right now, and our debt is so high that I don't know how we're going to get out of it. But see, that's why we put those morons in office, so that they could fix stuff like that instead of worrying about the minutia that they worry about, like not using gender-specific terms in the House. The hell. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Anyway, yeah, I did. I don't care. So you guys take it easy. Remember, you guys are working hard. You guys got so much on your plate. Then you go home and you do the home thing so that you could, make your yard look good, be comfortable at home. You're saving away a little money so you get away for that vacation and all this stuff. Can I just give you one word of advice? Take your time. Don't mow the lawn in one day. Take 2 days if you want to. Why kill yourself? Enjoy life. Mow half the lawn, go take a shower, and take your lovely partner, your spouse, to a bar and go play some darts if you're into bars and playing darts, or go bowling, or just go for a walk, or go watch a movie. But for crying out loud, take time for you. Take time to relax, because no one is going to take care of you except you. The Super Spy is out.
If you want to know more about the Super Spy and his adventures, I offer you a trip to Amazon.com, where you could purchase The Life and Times of Biff Baxter. See you there.
The music you have been listening to is Mind Drive by Yes, off of their Key Studio